Okay, section 10.4 on surface area. We're going to do surface area of a prism and surface area of a cylinder. So learning targets for today are to learn and apply the formulas for the surface area of a prism and to learn and apply the formulas for the surface area of a cylinder. Surface area, remember, is the material it takes to make up the surface of the figure, not what's inside the figure. Okay, so remember, bases are specific types of faces. Lateral faces are faces that are not bases. Okay, so the two bases on here are the pentagons, whereas these are the lateral. Okay, so the lateral faces here on this particular figure are the rectangles. Okay, those are my lateral faces. So laterally, think about moving laterally. For those of you that play sports, moving laterally is that left and right movement, not that up and down. So lateral movement. Okay, it does apply. Okay, remember that prisms and cylinders have two congruent parallel bases. Okay, prisms, in the case of the picture here, this one is a pentagon, so the pentagon is its base. The other one is a pentagon that's a base. They're both the same. Both the same. Okay, right prism has rectangular faces. Okay, any figure that's right, which means it's standing straight up and down, has rectangular faces. Okay. Oblique prisms has at least one non-rectangular lateral face. You'll notice this one looks like it's slanted, almost like a leaning tower. Okay, so in order to find the altitude, we'd have to go on the outside of the figure to find it. Okay, a right cylinder is perpendicular to its base. A right cylinder is perpendicular to its base, forms for us right angles. An oblique cylinder is not. Okay, those are not right angles. It is not perpendicular to its base. The altitude of a prism or cylinder is a perpendicular segment joining the planes of the bases. The height of a three-dimensional figure is the length of an altitude. For right prisms and cylinders, this is just the height of the side or a curve. Okay, so here's the height of my right cylinder in here. Okay, and then the height here, remember, has to be a right angle. Okay, it has to be a right angle. In an oblique figure, the altitude may not be a side length. Okay, notice that the height is on the outside of the figure. None of the lateral faces are perpendicular to the bases, so we have to draw one on the outside. What we'll be finding? Lateral area and surface area. Okay. Lateral area and surface area. Lateral area is the area of all the lateral faces. Surface area is the area of all the faces. So lateral and your two bases. Lateral and your two bases. Okay. Lateral area of a prism is pH, perimeter times height. Okay. So we take the perimeter times the height. In this case, it's a six-sided figure. Okay, so it would be 6s times the height. Okay, 6s times the height. Perimeter times height. Surface area of a prism is your lateral area plus two bases, or perimeter times height times the area of the two bases. This figure, since it's a regular hexagon, we'd have to do 1/2 apothem times perimeter to get the area of the base, then multiply it by 2 for the two bases and put it into our formula. The surface area of a cube is special since it has all equal dimensions. So surface area of a cube is 6s squared. 6s squared. Lateral area of a right cylinder, okay, is 2 pi rh. Okay, and I talked about the Campbell's soup can, and I told you that the length, okay, the length of that label when you pull it apart was the same as the circumference of the circle. Okay, so there's that Campbell's soup can again. There's that Campbell's soup can again. So the length was 2 pi r because it's the same as the circumference of that circle. Circumference of that circle. Okay. Surface area of a right cylinder is lateral area plus the two bases. Well, the bases in a cylinder are circles, so it's 2 pi rh. So this formula actually doesn't change depending on the bases because the base is always a circle. So its formula is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. I don't have any examples for these. I just wanted to get you exposed to the formulas. Hopefully you've spent the weekend to do that. I'm sure many of you didn't, but if you do, then you've got those formulas in place and you can go ahead and apply them on Monday. We'll be working on this Monday and Tuesday, and then we have a quiz 10-1 through 10-3 on Wednesday. And that's it. Simple.